Okay, so you want to win your wife back. Well, there are 5 stages to winning your wife back. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is David McMahon and I help men to become confident, secure, and emotionally regulated. That is the foundation where a man can be attractive to his wife and turn his life around. Those are the 3 things that you need for you. But winning your wife back, the worst thing you can do, and let me explain this as I go along, the worst thing you can do is try and win her back. And you just think, right, well, you've just said, how do you win her back? The 5-stage protocol, you show me how to. Well, yes, I am, but begging, promising to change everything, especially how you've been turning up, never works. In fact, what it's going to do is going to push you further away. Now, I'm going to explain that. As long as you've got the patience to listen. You see, one of the problems a man has is a lack of patience. You want things to turn around overnight. That isn't going to happen. So if that's the kind of guy you are, this video just simply isn't going to work for you. You have to be at a stage, and this is the man that I'm talking to, you have to get to a stage where you have realized everything you've tried, everything that you're going to try on your knowledge that you've got now just isn't going to work. And if you don't change, it's unacceptable for you. That's the guy, then continue listening. You see, the problem is most advice that you're going to be getting or listen to, it focuses on what to do to get it back. But the real lasting reconciliation that's going to work starts with who you have to be. It starts with realizing where you've gone wrong and then the journey you want to take for yourself. I'm going to say that again. The journey you want to take for yourself. Now, today, I'm going to promise you something. I'm going to break down the 5 non-negotiable stages of this journey. Now, this isn't about manipulation. We don't do that. It's about genuine transformation. Women are attracted to masculinity. So if you've not been turning up masculine, then your behavior has been non-masculine, okay? That transformation is for you. You're not doing it for her. I can't emphasize that point enough, okay? If she comes back, it will be to a new man. If she doesn't, you're still going to want to be that new man, aren't you? Stronger, healthier, ready for your new future, emotionally regulated, confident, and secure. So the transition is the first stage, and it's the most painful, but it's the most foundational for everything else, okay? It's not going to be easy. There's no quick, 21 days to win your wife back. Yeah, you can change things in 21 days. Excuse me, but it's going to take longer, up to 6 months, to really start seeing a foundational change. And that's why I always like to work with men who are prepared to do the work. If you look at the British Special Forces, you look at the US Special Forces, like the Special Air Service Regiment, the Special Boat Squadron, Delta Force, they're always telling the recruits, pushing them, but not trying to motivate them. So I don't motivate you. I can't motivate you. You must have the desire to want to change. If you've got the desire to want to change, then I've got the tools that will help you to do that, okay? So the first thing you need to do is let her go. You can't build a remarriage while desperately clinging to the wreckage that is the marriage right now. So what you've got is a pressure cooker. So you are needing her to come back to you. And this is the energy that you're giving off, and it's repelling her. They pick up on energy. We are energetic beings. We're biological, we're electrical, chemical, we're a spiritual being. So just like you've got your phone, or you could be listening to this on your phone or a computer, it's giving out a signal, it's receiving a signal. There's lots of radio waves all over, and we give out radio waves, we give out energy. So this need for her to come back to you, where you have to let her go, then once you realize you're letting her go, she will feel it, okay? It takes the pressure off her to want to escape. She'll be thinking, there's something changed in him. And again, it's not manipulation. It's she needs to feel the change, but more importantly, you need to feel the change. So what letting go actually means, it's not about abandoning hope or filing for divorce. It's releasing the demand and expectation that she must act in a certain way for you to be okay. So the practical action that I want you to focus on is to initiate a period of respectful low contact. So no chase, no communication, stop thinking about text to send her, stop reporting on your every move, stop reporting on a victory, or you've had your best bench press in the gym. None of that, nothing. Okay? The mindset shift that you must adopt is my goal right now is not to get her back. My goal is to respect her space and work on myself. That's it. Okay, so that's letting her go. So what does stop chasing her approval mean? I've heard this mentioned as a covert contract. You think you have a list of things, like I was talking to a client the other day and he came on the phone and says, right, what have you tried? He says, well, I've done everything. I says, I've come home early from work, I've cleaned the house, I've made the children's breakfast, I've prepared meals for us. It was just a list of things. And I simply asked him the question, I'm going to ask this question to you now because you've probably done it. What were you expecting in return? And then he says, oh, I expected her to respect me, be happy. It was a list of things that he expected from her, okay? That's not what being a man is to do. That is manipulation. It's always the case. If you're thinking, if I do this, she's going to be happy, she's going to be wanting to go to bed with me, she's going to want to do this. That is not love in any way, shape or form. It just isn't, okay? Women, they don't respond to that kind of behavior. They hate it. They feel it. So signs you're chasing her approval, editing your text 10 times, only doing things you think she'd like, apologizing for everything and needing to make her smile and feel your day, to make your day feel okay. All right? Anything where you're expecting a reaction. The attraction killer, women are attracted to strength and purpose. A man who needs a stamp of approval on his life lacks both. So when you let it go and then you start releasing that need for her attention and her approval, she's going to feel that change in you as well. But more importantly, I'm going to emphasize it again, this isn't about her, it's about you. Okay? So how do you stop it? You make decisions based on your own values and what you believe is right. You develop your own focus, your own drivers, okay? What you like to do for a workout, your career, hobbies, friendships. Start living outside of her. And I've always said this, the most successful people in relationships are the ones who have a very creative life and fulfilled life without somebody in it. And then what they do is they want somebody to come in and share that life. And that's how you find friends. When people find out what I do for a living, both men and women, they always ask me the questions, how do I meet somebody? I says, well, what do you like to do? And they say, well, I like to do this, I like to do that. I says, right, well, go out, have a day, and enjoy yourself. And then if you meet somebody that's doing exactly the same as you, just engage them in conversation. And then they always ask me what else, what do I say? Don't think about what you're going to say. I can tell you from a man who's been successful with women, what I mean that is I'm comfortable with women, I know how to talk to women, and I know how to keep women attracted. Can never remember openers. I don't use any of that. I think in the pickup community, they call a man like me a natural. And I look at some of this cringeworthy stuff on the internet, and deep down, these men still have a deep-seated fear of women and a need and an addiction for a woman. That's not a basis for a man to be at any point. It's a form of lust. You don't need that. And a lot of the time, getting your wife back, you're looking for that intimacy. You're looking for that lovemaking. Get away from it. Okay? Just get away from that. Just get your life back and start enjoying your life. The third thing you can be doing is doing the work to be okay, even if she doesn't come back. Okay, so you do the work and you're going to be okay if she comes back or not. Because the simple reason being is, and this happened to me when I was 21. I had a girlfriend of mine. I was being too much of a independent man in the relationship. I wasn't looking to settle down. I was still in love with this woman, and she dumped me. She called me up and said, "David, I don't want to see you anymore." And I thought that was never going to happen. And I tried to get her back, and I thought, she's angry with me. She needs a space. So I just thought, I remember going home this particular night, and I tried to get her back 5 times and went round to her house. I remember I was 21. I know a lot better now. I'm 56. But I remember going back to my house. I lived on my own. And I thought, well, if I can't get her back, am I going to be okay? And I just thought about it for an evening, went through it, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to be okay. And all I did, the next day, I went and booked a vacation on my own. I went to Portugal for a week. I could do it. I arranged things. I took a week off work and I went to Portugal. And just lay on the beach, went out for dinner when I wanted. And I just thought, man, this is great. Yes, I was missing her. Of course I was. I was in love with a woman. But I just knew I would be okay. I knew I'd meet somebody else. I knew I'd fall in love with her again, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I just got to that stage where it could be okay. So I say to a lot of my clients, just go and have a week away. Book a flight, go. Turn your phone off. Have an emergency number. I always say just leave an emergency number, get a new cell phone, leave it with your mother or whatever contacts. If your wife contacts her to say, well, he's left this number, he's in Portugal or wherever you've gone to, Mexico, Hawaii. Depends where you are in the world. But don't get involved in the fake change trap. If you're only doing this to get, remember the covert contracts, you're doing this to get, you're thinking, oh, I wonder if she's going to be missing me. It's all wrong. She'll see through it. You have to feel. And every one of my clients, when they tell me this, David, as soon as I felt this, I felt a shift. She could be on the other side of the world. She could be on Mars. She'll feel the shift. I've told you, we give off signals. We give off energy. People feel it. Okay? So no tricks. Because she knows if you're faking it, you relapse, she's going to test you. Women are very clever and sophisticated at testing men. And she'll figure it out. But when she realizes, look, I miss you, I love you, but if you don't come back, I'm gonna be okay, and I'm working on myself because I'm angry that I got to the stage in my masculinity that I lost the attraction of a woman, then she's gonna be okay. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I was very shy. I could attract females. I'm talking when I was 10 all the way to 14. And I realized that I could attract them, but I couldn't talk to women I was attracted to. I was very shy. I remember running away from this girl when I was 14. Like, it was so embarrassing to think back on. But I didn't change from being shy for women. I changed because I was angry with myself. It all has to start for you. So visualize the worst case scenario. Seriously contemplate and accept a life where you're happy and whole and fulfilled without her. Now, it isn't giving up. It's removing the desperation. You need to, all of these negative thoughts, move them. So your liberty, your freedom is when you genuinely reach that point. So your interactions with her are going to be calm, confident, and attractive because they come from a place where you feel whole and you're not feeling any lack. Now, number 4, we teach you this in our private members group. It's an accountability letter. The core idea of the letter is not writing a letter to manipulate the woman to come back to you. What it is that she's going to read the letter and she's going to think, he really understands why I'm angry with him, why I'm leaving him, why I'm not attracted to him anymore, and he's taking accountability for him. That's how the letter should read to her. And I say we teach you this in our program. But you don't send that letter immediately. You have to send the letter when you really focus on what needs to be put in it. Okay, you need to be guided through this letter, but it has to come from a place of authenticity, not manipulation. You're not going to be thinking of her right there. She's going to be thinking, I'm going to come back. So that one there I'm going to leave as a teaser. Okay, we teach you how to do that in our program. Now, number 5, the new path, reconciliation or release. So the idea here is authentically walking through stages 1 to 4. You arrive at a crossroads of genuine readiness, either to, when she comes back in, if she does, to work through that and make the relationship stronger, or just find somebody else. So you're going to start, as you start working on yourself, you're going in that new direction. It's a bit like, if you can visualize this, you stood and there's these 2 railway tracks. If you remember that movie with Tom Hanks, what was it called now? Castaway. And the end scene, I watch it now and again. I just love that movie. But the end where he's at that crossroads, and it's in the Midwest somewhere where it's just flat as a pancake. Well, just imagine that's where you are. So you can either have a road that's going up there with this woman, or a road that's going up there with another woman, okay? But I'm not saying to give up. What I'm showing you is the man who takes that journey must be a changed man. Because one of the questions a man asks me, what I know he's not ready, he'll say, how long is this going to take? That proves to me that that man isn't ready to accept and to really dive into himself on where he's gone wrong. He just wants the quick fix. He wants to get back to comfort. Life isn't about comfort. Life is about hardship and getting to, like when you go to the gym, you lift heavy weights or run. It's hard. Having a cold shower, doing things, going for walks, going for runs, they're hard. Okay, changing is hard. So you're not looking at the time. You should start enjoying the journey. So when you're looking at that crossroads or those 2 roads in front of you, those roads are going to lead to your happiness, either with the woman who's leaving you or with another woman. Okay, because you're not just going to sit back and just try as hard as you can to get somebody back into your life. That's not how it works. You just think, well, I'm not happy with me, and I'm not going to chase somebody who doesn't want to be with me. I'm going to work on the man that I want to be. Okay, the man that's going to have everything that he wants in his life. He's an integrated man. And this dynamic's going to be different because you're different. You can start setting healthy boundaries in the relationship, which we teach you. Easier ways to communicate. You'll understand what a woman wants from a man. And then you're able to do things with her. You're doing less, but doing more with a woman when you realize. But you have to have this foundation. So if she doesn't return, you've not failed. You've succeeded in the most important way. You've won yourself back. You're emotionally whole, confident, secure, and regulated, emotionally regulated. So what that does is it enables you to have a healthy relationship in the future. Again, I'll refer you to a movie to look at. Not Liar Liar. The Yes Man with Jim Carrey. This is going to be your homework for tonight. Or whenever, if it's evening, just when you've finished watching this movie, this video, if you got time, watch Yes Man and see the transition in him. Okay? He went from a complete loser to a man who had everything because he just changed the way he was looking at his life. Okay? So the ultimate win for you is the process wasn't about controlling her choice, what we're going through and talking about here. It's about mastering yourself, okay? It's all about mastering yourself. And the victory, when you get this victory, if you're prepared to do the work, is that nobody can then take that from you. So the path is going to be brutal at times, but beautiful. And if you commit to the process, not the outcome, the future self is going to like you. And I heard a quote the other day, I think it was off Chase Hughes. I agree with some of the things that he says. And he says, always be doing things for your future self. Like, preparing clothes for the next day, having a prepared meal for the next day. Reading something, how you can improve yourself, is doing something for your future self, okay? Working out is doing something for your future self. All right? Now, if this has resonated with you and you need help in this arena, what I do is I offer a 15-minute discovery call. You jump on a call with me, you can book it below the video, and I ask you a series of questions, and on these questions I'm going to make you realize what is going wrong with your marriage, but more importantly, I then can see if you're the type of man that I can work with, and I can do that in this 15-minute call. After the 15-minute call, then there is another step that I want to take with you, where I'll send you a series of questions. That's if you pass the 15-minute call. I'll send you a series of questions that want answering. And then there will be another stage after that. I don't just work with any people. I want to work with people who want to do the work. Okay? So if you're the man that has got on this video because you are desperate to save your marriage, okay? You're sick and tired of the man that's looking back at you in the mirror, then book the 15-minute discovery call, okay? Thanks for listening, and there'll be another video on the screen, I'm sure, from one of my team that will help you understand this walk even further, okay? So the link is below, and we'll talk to you soon.